How old are you turning today?
I hope it's not too disruptive to have me shake everything up.
Okay, we're beginning the studio tour.
God, not again.
Time to rock and roll. Bring the noise.
What do you have on here?
And we have about 400 acres of property out there. We're one of the largest studios in Hollywood, and it looks like we just got the green light to start our tour. Wave goodbye to the people on the load line. Bye! Bye! Once again, my name is Jermaine. I'm going to be your guide, and we have a driver. I'm not driving the tram. No, it's James. Everyone say hi, James.
Hi, James.
Right next to me here, we also have a co-host, a host of The Tonight Show on NBC, Jimmy Fallon.
Hi, Jim.
Oh, hey there. You made it. Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure that you get through this experience in one piece. You've got the very best guide.
Jermaine.
And the greatest driver.
James.
They're the best. I love them. Even though
Jermaine.
it owes me $5. I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
That's right, we do have a few safety rules. First off, if you need any guest assistance, if you have a medical emergency, if you drop something of value off the side of the tram, or if you have any sound or video issues, reach up and grab the red emergency cord that runs along the center of the ceiling of the tram, and I'll be back here to assist you as soon as it's safe to do so. Otherwise, throughout the entire tour, please remain seated. Keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times. The studio is private property. If any time during the tour you drop your phone or just can't wait to use the restrooms, pull the cord, remain seated. Also, please no smoking of any kind during the tour. And be prepared, the tour features loud noises, fire effects, and many water effects, so you may get wet. There are also sudden tram movements during the tour, so secure your personal belongings and hold on. And finally, for your safety and those around you, please do not use selfie sticks while you are on board. And that's it. Those are our safety rules. As we head down the hill, we're taking you into the studio now. And on the right side, we have movie posters that represent just a fraction of the thousands of movies that we've made over the years. Some of these include our best picture wins, like Gladiator with Russell Crowe and Oppenheimer, starring Cillian Murphy and Gary Oldman. Now we are in award season, and the Golden Globes were just a few weeks ago. We just won 3 Golden Globe Awards, 2 for Hamnet, which took home for Best Motion Picture and Best Actress. And it is with Focus Features and Jessie Buckley winning those Golden Globes. We also have the show Hacks, which won another Golden Globe. With Jean Smart, this is her 3rd win. You can find it on HBO Max, working on season 5. Here on the right side, we're passing by a fire station. That's real, Fire Station 51, part of Universal City. Founded by Carl Laemmle back in the early 19-teens. Our birthday is 1915, March 15th. That's when we officially opened the studio. And he was a pioneer by bringing the people into the studio during that time to watch silent movies being made. And that was the inspiration of the studio tour that we do today. We started this in 1964 and still going strong, over 60 years ago. And on the left here is number 12 soundstage. We have 36 total here. And these are soundproof. We use these to build our sets for movies. And here are a few sets that were used for movies like Frankenstein and Dracula. That was in the 1930s. The walls are very thick walls, 3 to 4 times thicker than your average wall in a house, making them 98% soundproof. And here on the left are a few more used for shows in the past, like Bel Air, starring Jabari Banks and Ollie Shelton. And Superstore with America Ferrera.
What's hot in here? Let's have some patience.
Yeah, you know, they make them small acts.
Your face stays where it is. It's pretty good.
6 seasons of the show you can catch on Peacock. And Universal Studios is part of NBC Universal, one of the world's leading entertainment companies, which includes Universal Pictures, Focus Features, Peacock, and NBC Television. And this year, NBC is celebrating its 100th anniversary. From trailblazing radio and television to launching The Today Show, The Voice, Saturday Night Live, The Office, The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, and every beloved show in between. NBC has been the home of entertainment, news, and sports for an entire century, and we're celebrating the network all year long, guys. Coming up here is Soundstage 14. This is our second largest soundstage. We built the rainforest set for this movie, Jurassic Park. You might remember the part in the movie where the kids were in the tree and the Vegisaurus sneezed. We filmed it right in there, combined with footage that we did in Hawaii and Costa Rica. We're coming up on sound stages 16 and 17. We filmed here Hacks and a show called Loot with Maya Rudolph. Both shows are by Universal Television. And further down is number 19. Here are the two stars of The Paper where they filmed that show, Oscar Nunez and Chelsea Fry. And you might recognize the background where they say hello. We'll see that later in the tour.
Hi, Studio Tour.
We're here on the lot where we film The Paper, which follows our characters' day-to-day lives as employees of a struggling newspaper, Toledo Truth Teller.
That's right. Unlike many other TV shows, The Paper uses multiple cameras and a variety of shot types and movements to give our show a true documentary feel.
Because the camera is always around whenever we're on the set, it's important that we stay in character.
Hey, Oscar, what's your favorite part of working on the lot?
I wasn't expecting you to ask me that question. You know what? I love being around talented, wonderful, hilarious people. I also get to work with Chelsea Fry. How about you, Chelsea? What's your favorite?
Oh, I love waving to the trams.
Oh. Okay. You could probably stop waving now.
No, it's fine. Let's try.
Yeah?
Let's try. Let's try.
And here we are, our production bungalows on the left. This is where it all starts for pre-production for writers, directors, and producers. One of them belongs to Mark Platt, producer of Wicked and Wicked for Good, starring Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. Now in the 1920s up into the 50s, these were dressing rooms as well for many big Hollywood stars like Doris Day, Jimmy Stewart, Rock Hudson, Tony Curtis. And these were kind of their homes away from home in between the films they would do here on the lot. Now we do have one number, 5195, the former office of the Master of Suspense, Alfred Hitchcock. And one director that was a big fan of that director was Steven Spielberg.
Lou said he can move into that office. I said, no, I can never be in Hitchcock's office. That should be a shrine, a museum.
Very exciting, just to know that he was there and walk by and know he was in that office. Hitchcock has influenced every director. I saw Hitchcock once walking around the commissary.
Hitchcock had his bungalow on the lot. I used to go see Alfred Hitchcock.
I loved working with him. I highly respect him. He really understood fear and terror.
Birds? That was a really scary movie.
Birds? Oh, man. That had me looking at crows like for the next 10 years.
Psycho, of course. Vertigo. One of the all-time great masterpieces. Hitchcock was master.
And on the same side, we have sound stages for St. Denis Medical. There's a billboard there with David Allen Greer, Wendy McClendon Covey, Allison Tolman. They just got renewed for a third season. And they film a lot of their indoor scenes in that stage area, but here in the back lot, they also have outdoor sets. This is the metro area where we film a lot of the big stuff, exterior scenes on a much larger scale. We're gonna head over to London Square, right across from New York Street, and Jimmy Fallon did a sequence on that street. He's no stranger to New York. That's where he currently tapes The Tonight Show.
Hey everyone, welcome to New York. I got my start right here in New York on Saturday Night Live. This is actually my old neighborhood. Once got mugged over there by an old woman, tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey, buddy, how's it going? Remember me? No. Just like old times. Gotta love New York City. Hey, I'm walking here. Hey, it's cool, guys. I was just walking there. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it was shot right here on the Universal Metro sets. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Even if you make it here on the Universal lot.
And the street we're on now was seen in Hobbs and Shaw with Jason Statham and Dwayne Johnson and Idris Elba. I was here when they were working on that movie. They added flags to the entire set here. We'll add other things too, like parking meters, lampposts, traffic light signals, and vintage cars for a different time period look. theater there with the marquee on the left that was seen in Wildest Dreams, a music video by Taylor Swift. It's near the end of the video, and it's a movie premiere using that marquee there. And you've seen this in Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Marvel's Agent Carter on the network ABC, and The Mindy Project with Mindy Kaling. Now, I did mention the outdoor sets for St. Denis Medical. If you haven't seen it, here's a look of the show.
Welcome to St. Denis Medical Center. St. Denis Regional Medical! I have access to some really good stuff, and I will hook you up.
Yeah.
No, man! That was a test! Boom!
Like the Avengers, you know?
We're not supposed to have favorite patients, but we do.
I almost don't want him to get better.
Pale, kind of blotchy.
It's the other one.
Oh my God, that's much worse. Wow.
And on the left side, you notice the side of the brick building there, all the way to the very end. That is the side of Courthouse Square from Back to the Future. That's as close as we can get to it, but that's where they filmed with Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd. And most of the Metro sets are closed off because they're still using these for production. Been quite busy here the last few months. We also filmed here the hit singing competition show The Voice on NBC in 30 and 31. And one of the coaches back on last season of The Voice was Reba McEntire. She also has her own show, Happy's Place, which got renewed for a third season as well.
Hey there, I'm Reba McEntire, and welcome to Happy's Place. We shoot our heartfelt comedy right here on Universal Lot. Now, unlike most TV shows, we are a multi-camera sitcom, meaning several cameras capture every scene from a different angle, all at the same time. Each episode takes about a week to make, from the first read-through of the script to rehearsals to taping in front of a live studio audience. And let me tell you, every step is a blast. Enjoy the ride, and we'll see you at Happy's Place. I'm starting to sweat right now just thinking about it. The men are the ones that's supposed to ask the women out. That hasn't been true for 30 years. I haven't dated in 30 years.
Happy's Place, Friday on NBC and Peacock.
All right, everybody, we're now about the halfway mark of our studio tour. Just want to give a quick reminder, please remain seated. Also, the studio is private property. If any time during the tour you drop your phone or just can't wait to use the restrooms, hold the cord, but please remain seated at all times. Now, you might notice the lake there on the left, right through the trees. That was the parting of the Red Sea, a feature of the studio tour where the tram would go right through the lake and give everyone on board a sea-level view based on the classic film The Ten Commandments starring Charlton Heston. That was also the Black Lagoon in this movie, The Creature from the Black Lagoon. Almost the entire movie filmed in that lake. Part of our legacy of the horror films. And here's a clip from Frankenstein, filmed right here in Little Europe, our next location.
In the woods. Get out of that house. Raise all the men you can, lock the women indoors, and wait for me.
It's so cool to know that one of the most iconic monsters of all time filmed right here, guys. Also, Dracula, starring Bela Lugosi. We did 2 versions of that movie, one in English and one in Spanish.
I am Dracula. Soy Dracula. I never drink. Why? Yo nunca bebo.
And as you can see, we're still using these sets quite a bit today. You might notice the setup there going on in that grassy area down the hill there. That was also the town hall meeting location for the show The Good Place. Ted Danson stood right there, and he also stars, and another star in the show is Kristen Bell, along with William Jackson Harper.
You, Eleanor Shellstrom, are dead.
Come on.
This location, the afterlife, come on. I have never ever seen this. You're in the good place.
I'm not supposed to be here.
I can't risk going to the bad place.
Well, maybe it's not all that bad.
Yeah, how can I help you?
What is the bad place like?
Well, it doesn't sound awesome.
4 seasons of The Good Place you can catch now on Netflix. Now you'll notice a lot of these are facades, false fronts, similar to our Metro sets, and a few of them have interiors. We call those practical sets. And it really is cost effective for the filmmaker without having to use a soundstage. But normally we do film a lot of our interior scenes in stages, the set of a kitchen, a living room, or the Superstore show we mentioned before. Little Europe was the place where we filmed Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's first feature film. It was The Scorpion King, which was a spin-off from the Mummy series with Brendan Fraser. Inspired by the classic film The Mummy in 1932 with Boris Karloff. The Invisible Man, The Wolf Man, all those films did production right here. All right, guys, we're going to take you now into Soundstage 50. This is a hot set. Everything is ready for camera. Lights, props, everything you need for a movie, we got it right here. We got the welcome sign of the San Francisco location. We got the subway station. So as we enter, please remain seated and hold on. Really cool how they have the makeup and hair and wardrobe right next to each other here. Hold on. Now everybody, what does the director say to start a scene? Action. They say action, exactly. Whoa. What did you do? Once again, everybody, hold on. Survived earthquake, the big one. Everything resetting, tracking, sealing, all mechanical effects. Less than 2 minutes, ready to go again. You've seen that in a TV show called Bones, which aired on Fox, and Beverly Hills Cop 3 with Eddie Murphy using those same effects. As we head out of Soundstage 50, we're going to be passing by our Western sets. Here on the right side is 6 Points. Now, this area was used a lot during the silent film era, and here are some Western stars that moves you down there, like Audie Murphy, Clint Eastwood, Kirk Douglas. These Western sets were used in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with Brad Pitt and Leo DiCaprio, a movie called Seabiscuit with Tobey Maguire, and The Color Purple, which was done here in the 1980s. A lot of history here. And on the left in billboard there, telling you our next stop, we're going to go to the beach. Anyone here want to see a shark? I do. We're going to go to Amity Island, everybody. Now, we did capture the shark earlier this morning, and we have our police scuba diver out there, George, still on the case, checking for more sharks. Wait, what's that? What? Oh, okay, everyone, I'm just getting word from my fake headset. There's another shark out there in the water. Everyone, please remain calm. George has everything under control. Check back with George later. How's that sound? Okay, good. Guys, let's, everyone here, please remain seated here as we approach the dock. Wow, okay. There's a buoy out there with bait. Let's see if he takes that too. Whoa, there he is. He just took the whole dock. First summer blockbuster movie, Jaws. It released in theaters in 1975, and last year we celebrated a big milestone, the 50th anniversary. Steven Spielberg was about 26 years old when he directed that movie. And that is not the shark used in the film, and nor did they film it here on the West Coast. They filmed it on the East Coast in Martha's Vineyard. And this attraction opened 1 year after the film. That's how huge that movie was. Really put Spielberg on the map as being a major talented director in Hollywood. The same set around the water was also Cabot Cove, Maine, for 12 very successful seasons of this show, Murder, She Wrote. Here's the opening sequence. Angela Lansbury as Jessica Fletcher. Coming down the hill, we're taking you to Old Mexico, another classic attraction here in the studio lot. This is a good way to show you how weather is done in a film. So if you ever watch actors standing in rain in a movie, it's not real rain, nor is it real thunder or lightning. It's all control. That's the main thing that filmmakers want to have, is control over what you see and what you hear in a film. These are practical effects. And you have total control over this just by pressing a button, turning them on anytime you need to film another take. Sprinklers right above the cameras, and the water just falls down naturally. We'll have strobe lights for lightning and speakers for thunder. Old Mexico was seen in a film called Nacho Libre with Jack Black, by Paramount Studios. So we worked with us quite a bit here. And what is that? Uh-oh. Flash flood! Wow. Not a real flash flood. Thousands of gallons of recycled water released from tanks at the top. You'll see it used in this movie here too. Big Fat Liar, Amanda Bynes, Paul Giamatti, Frankie Muniz.
Guys, Mason's texting me that.
Turning on to Steven Spielberg Drive, which is very fitting because it's right across from the Jaws attraction. And he was involved in the making of it too.
The Jaws ride was almost the inevitable result of the size of the box office when Jaws first opened in June of 1975. And that was really the first time I ever got involved in the creation of a ride. It was a great honor to be invited into a creative circle of tremendous designers at Universal that were trying to figure out how to replicate what the movie had done to audiences in a real way by building a physical shark that would come out of the water and terrify tourists as they were sitting in the trap. And the most amazing thing about the Jaws ride is it is exactly as it was from the time it was first placed on the Universal lot. There have been tweaks, of course, over the years, but it is essentially what the designers and myself all envisioned and created. I'm done bashing the shark. Thank you, Jaws, for everything you've done for me. But I will say, consistently, the shark did work much better on the tour than it did in the Atlantic Ocean in 1974.
And welcome to our own neighborhood in our backyard here. This is Colonial Street. You might also recognize it as Wisteria Lane from the show The Desperate Housewives.
If there is one thing everyone in suburbia can appreciate, it's a good egg.
They filmed it here for 8 seasons. They aired on the network ABC. Now most of the homes are facades, false fronts. Some of them are shells with a downstairs with no upstairs, and a few are practical, full interiors. Now these homes have been painted different colors throughout the years for different projects, which is something you can't do in a real neighborhood unless you have the permission of the people living there. You can add fake snow for a wintertime look. That was seen as Wintertime in Why Him, the movie starring Bryan Cranston and Megan Mullally. The Burbs, Tom Hanks and Carrie Fisher. This was in the 1980s. What's really cool is this movie is now a series. It became a series recently on Peacock, and it stars Keke Palmer.
Welcome to Ashfield Place, the safest town in America. So, what's the deal with that Victorian house? There have been whispers of murder. Which one of us is the murderer? So are we gonna go in?
Do white ladies love salads? Hell yeah, we're going in.
And here are a few more examples about what filmed here. For example, this one is the Ted series, using one of the white painted houses. It's a blue house in this episode.
How many we got?
Well, let's see. We got 20 cartons.
Fantastic.
Do you think we're getting too old for this?
Come on, Johnny, we're doing a public service here. If a kid leaves the house in a less than stellar Halloween costume, he's got to get the bad news before he makes a fool of himself all over town. We're Samaritans.
We're about 10 to 15 minutes away till the end of the tour before we head back to the park. Another quick reminder, if you need any guest assistance, please use the radio cord above your heads. Once again, please remain seated at all times. Any vehicle that appears on camera, we call that a picture car, including one of our biggest franchises, Fast and Furious. And we're looking forward to the roller coaster opening this year, Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. Some of you might have noticed the time machine on your way here to the studio tour for Back to the Future. And get your cameras ready because we have famous cars on either side of the tram. The Flintstones cars, right next to the cars from Fast and Furious. One of the biggest movies we had here on the studio lot was How the Grinch Stole Christmas, using 11 of our sound stages. And here are the Whoville cars on the right. The Grinch, played by Jim Carrey, directed by Ron Howard. Now there's another car driven by Marion Crane on her way to the Bates Motel. If you need a place to stay, folks, we have 12 cabins, 12 vacancies. Just saying.
No, that's not. It's a
Looks
replica.
like we just arrived at the Bates Motel.
not a
The
replica,
trunk is
but
left
something
open.
that
We're
didn't
not sure
do for.
why. Norman is the one to speak to if you want to stay at the Bates Motel, and there he is there. I'm not sure why he seems troubled. You know what, James? I don't think he knows we're here. No, I don't want to get his attention. I want to stay right here and see what happens. I'm a little nosy. He'll be back. He's so innocent. Whoa.
Oh no.
What is this? Okay. All right, friends. I think it's time for us to leave now before he sees us. I don't want that to happened. Hi, Norman. Sorry to bother you. No, let's go. James, let's get out of here. Sorry, Norman, we'll leave you alone. It's too close. Everyone good? At the top of the hill, the original house is still here from the movie. Stars Anthony Perkins and Janet Leigh. The House of Mother. Now, Alfred Hitchcock was a big influence on director Steven Spielberg. And this is his film, War of the Worlds, a Paramount production using our backline to accommodate this real airplane that was brought in from the Mojave Desert from an airplane graveyard site. It was only seen in the movie for one time. Production designer Rick Carter, and here he is along with Steven Spielberg.
This was great. This perfect example of set that is all designed around the vision of Steven.
We sit together, we sit down and talk about the War of the World. I thought, what if the 747 goes really? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. Look, this is what it looks like in the movie. Close your eyes, okay? I'm closed. Robbie, get in.
Is that Tasha? Yeah.
Get in.
It was filmed on here?
Yes.
Stella.
Have you ever seen it? You've never seen it?
Movies about UFOs. And on the left here, you might notice that log cabin that was seen in a movie called The Great Outdoors. John Candy started that. Fully practical set, upstairs and downstairs.
It's a great movie. Definitely time.
And another
He
UFO
shoots a
site
bear.
straight ahead is Jupiter's Claim, featured in a movie called Nope, written, directed, and produced by Jordan Peele.
Movie magic only happens when a team of collaborators, often in the hundreds, work together to take an impossible notion and bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Claim, a nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky Jude Park. Over there, look into the winking well and have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie did share. That's what this whole place is used to be. No? But a little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience. Built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. So live. Behind this Hollywood fantasy of the gold rush frontier town lies a sinister secret. It is smack dab in the center. Welcome to the world of no.
The movie stars Daniel Kaluuya, Stephen Young, and Keke Palmer. These are the original sets from the movie. They filmed a lot of the movie here in Santa Clarita, which is not too far from the studio. And they rebuilt these here in the back lot just in time for the release of the movie. Heading out to Falls Lake, we got a blue backdrop here used to add background CGI, computer-generated imagery, reenacting the Hudson River landing. Just one example of the many titles that filmed out there.
That's all CGI? The water CGI? The background CGI?
Now the buildings in the background, that's CGI, but everything else is real. The water, the people walking out of the plane, which was placed right in front of the blue wall. Now, as we head towards the end of our tour, here is one more word from Spielberg, a great story about his first time being here at Universal.
My entire career began with my relationship with Universal Studios just as a high school kid on a tour bus. Remember, in those days, there weren't trams, there were buses called the Gray Line Tour Bus. And I was so excited and thrilled to be on the lot. This was my first time ever on a movie studio lot. And during a bathroom break, I hid in the bathroom, and when everybody left to get back on the bus, I waited another 15 minutes until I'm sure the bus left, and then I had the entire lot to myself that day. And in those days, movie lots were so crowded because all movies were made on film lots. Today they're made all over the world, on locations, but most of it was focused in those days, in the 60s, on the film lots. So nobody noticed me when I was going around from soundstage to soundstage, and I really felt, in my own young way, I owned the lot and had the most amazing day of my life.
Yeah, I think your dad was like right there.
We are now nearing the end of our tour. We hope you enjoyed yourselves, your exclusive behind-the-scenes Hollywood experience. Over 60 years in the making. We always like to give a nod to the founder, Carl Laemmle, who was the pioneer of the idea of the tour over 110 years ago. And to get the most out of your visit with us, you can download the official Universal Studios Hollywood app for wait times and show times. We close the park tonight at 6 p.m. And to purchase any NBC Universal movies or shows you've seen on the tour tonight, you can visit universalpicturesathome.com or ask at any of our retail stores. And thank you to our past members for being with us. If you'd like to become one, just head over to the Universal box office to see how you can upgrade your ticket to an annual pass. Also plan to come back this April and May to experience the park in a whole new way. You can step into the iconic worlds of Scooby-Doo, the Universal Monsters, One Piece, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and more at Universal Fan Fest Nights, where sci-fi, fantasy, gaming, and anime collide in one epic after-hour celebration every event night. And to find out more about that and to purchase tickets, you can visit universalstudioshollywood.com. On behalf of James, myself, and everyone here at Universal Studios Hollywood, we hope you enjoyed yourselves today. Once again, my name is Jermaine. It's been a pleasure to be your guide today. And as we say here in the movie making business, that's a wrap.
That's a wrap. Everybody, by the Hollywood
on the left-hand side, watch your hands and feet when those gates come up. Watch your step. If you have any questions, come find me. I'll be right outside as you exit. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.